All right, so we are back at it with some loam. We are playing Jund loam. No 3-color, just 2-color, and we are kind of playing. I want to say 2.5 decks here. So we're borrowing a little bit from Newton and company with these White of the Reliquaries and these Scythe Cats. The other thing we're doing is instead of playing more 1-drops, we're playing Life from the Loam and 4 Mox Diamonds. Now, other synergy that we could have in here that I don't would be like a random app excavator. Something that I am kind of considering at this point, but I just don't really know how I would make it work. Maybe a version 2 for the excavator. The saga targets, I think, could be 2, and this Haywire Might could be gone. But I like the idea of Haywire Might with white as another object to sack. Other cards that I would like to have fit, but I haven't made room for, would be like Fable. This could be a Once Upon a Time deck too, which is a little awkward with the Moxes and the way the sideboard is with just only a few creatures. Other things that I'm considering are just playing Ley Lines instead of these Endurances. A lot to consider here. Maybe that is what I ought to do, huh? Think about this. Leyline versus Endurance. Oh, shit. Hey, Harry. Hooray, thank you. Hope you're doing well. Thank you. Thanks for that. Yeah. Gonna make dinner. Okay. Cool, cool. Good seeing you, buddy. Oops All Spells is a deck that exists on the back of Technicalities and Technically Complex Rules Interactions. Yeah, I mean, to go off on a little bit of a tangent, and I'm sure I'm not saying anything that you all haven't heard at this point. It did seem like a tone deaf B&R. My 2 cents on the B&R at this time is I'm going to equate this to something in my life. Imagine at one point in your life you were a good basketball player, but you stopped playing basketball. You may still think that you have those abilities, but when you get back to the court, you're not terrible, but you're not what you were. Perhaps the same is true in, with your brain. Say you took chemistry in school and you passed chemistry and you did pretty well, and now you think you have this solid understanding. Chances are that if you haven't looked at it, and I gave you the same test that you passed at one point, you probably would not do so well on it. You would go, wow, I actually knew this at one point. So I kind of feel like the individuals that are making the decisions for the format are individuals that at one point probably were pretty darn with it. But then it changed, and now what's it is weird and scary, to quote Grandpa Simpson. I kind of just went off on my own thing. But yeah, it's not the same anymore. I kind of just went into the memes there. So that's what scares me. I think there was a comment about Inkwell Leviathan made recently as far as like reanimate targets. And yeah, at one point, Inkwell Leviathan was a cool toolbox card that you could play in your reanimate deck, but at this point, to be better than Atraxa or Gristlebrand or Archon, I think is a really tall order. Yeah. quote, fire shoes. Oops, all spells has remained tier 0 or 1 through metas with UB reanimate or grief. Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah. Deck's just too hard to play. The most broken thing. Yeah. I think Cameo would have been a nice ban, personally. I think Atraxa might have been a nice ban. And something out of Oops would have been, I think, community good. I understand the numbers aren't really all there. But yeah, that was my feeling on the ban announcement and on the follow-up conversations was that these were people who understood legacy as a concept format maybe throughout the years, but are probably not getting the leagues in these days looking at the data and really playing it. And I think that's the issue. Yo, Mike. I said something and you didn't respond, but I still love you, brother. Yeah, I mean, if you get rid of Entomb, Atraxa is not a problem, I agree. But if you want to keep Entomb for the, you know, the idea that it should be in the format, I think Atraxa is an easy go. Bowmaster shuts down Gristlebrand. I don't think you would play Gristlebrand in blue-black without Lotus Petal. I just think when you play Gristlebrand, you're forced into drawing 7 cards. And I feel like if you want to draw 7 cards, you're going to want a lot of free spells. And I just, my 2 cents would be that it just wouldn't be nearly as good without Atraxa. But what do I know? I'm an idiot. The DRS unban, that's what we needed. Yeah, you know, they could have possibly taken Entomb out. I've wanted Days gone for many years, and you know, I don't want to say what I think is right. Entomb kind of is a theoretically cool card, so it's sort of like Days in the sense where like if you banned Entomb, that's one option, or you could just ban the busted cards that Entomb would find. Same kind of with Days, where we've been not banning Days. We've been banning the cards that are like turn 1, turn 2 snowball cards. And I think, it just kind of is what it is. And yeah, I do think that the way it looks with the current confines of the way that they do the B&R, Legacy will probably not change until after EW. It just, I think it's also a humbling thing for us to remember, and I've said this on Zach's show as well, which is Eternal Dirtles. I think in a lot of people's minds, like take myself as an example, I could just pick up Modern. I could just pick up Standard. I could just pick up EDH. I could pick up a book, but I can't even read the comments that people are making to me very well. Yeah, I'm not picking up a book, but I'm just going to play Legacy. So in a way, this hobby that I invested a good amount of my net worth in, my Legacy deck, my Maverick deck, I can't even tell you how much that cost. I got Foreign Black Border Duels, Foreign Foil, Windswept Heath, the old school ones, Foil Foreign Wooded Foothills, German Foil Future Sight, Grove of the Burn Willows, and all these kind of things. And I think that to them, maybe they kind of think, oh yeah, you're a Magic player, you have 4 or 5 decks, you go to your LGS. For me, Magic is just Legacy. That's the only thing I will be playing that says Magic the Gathering. And by maybe not giving it the amount of attention that I think it deserves, even though I don't think they make any money from it, to be honest, it damages my fun much greater with one of the only external hobbies that I have. Yeah. Hey, thank you for the follow. Yeah, Jared. I agree with what you're saying. Um, yeah, like, and I think Harry, I'm a little late to respond to what you said, but I think you're right. Where, if they did dilute the Entomb targets greatly, then maybe you would see. Maybe you would go to jail. Maybe you would see something like Inkwell Leviathan or Tide Spout Tyrant or whatever the hell that card's called. Even get play. And at this point, you're really not even seeing that much Gristlebrand, which is kind of hard to believe. Bowmaster is a pretty solid answer to Gristlebrand, which could be good, could be bad when you think about it. Anyway, we're here to play some Legacy. I do enjoy talking theory. So it's Loam. Typically, Loam decks do play a less fetch lands, and they play a lot of other cool lands. What I mean by cool lands are lands like, say, Barbarian Ring, lands like Besiege You that have channel, lands that Maze of Ith and that kind of stuff. Typically, that is in a Loam list. This is much more streamlined, and the main reason why is I am trying to get the synergy with this Final Fantasy card, Righty. So I'm playing a playset of Sagas. Saga's gotten a mild buff. I'd consider it mild, at least for this deck. Might be more than mild to some, but for this deck, I think it's mild. And this card has a lot of good abilities. Whenever you play a land, you could draw a card and discard, which is going to be important in a deck that does not have much, really any ways to draw cards. But it has this ability called Summon, which you could tap it, and at sorcery speed, you can return a Saga card. The only one in this deck is Urza's Saga from the graveyard to the battlefield. Fable is a card that I would have liked to have had. Okay, all right, that is pretty much the deck. We're going to get started playing some games here. Cool. The Chocobo, yeah, I think it's got to be worse than Random App Excavator, I would assume, right? So before I hit the music, and I did have a bit of a health scare, but I'm okay. I had a pain. And I'm just going to say, if you have kids in the room or something like that, it's not that dirty, but you may not want them hearing this. Had a pain. I'm just going to give it a second here, just in case. I had a pain in my right testicle. Such a child, I laugh at it. I got it looked at. I am okay. Never been better. No, I've been better. But yeah, I was joking around like prayers in chat for stress. Daddy's righty. All right, here we go. We have to play Magic. Let's do this. Let's do this, and then we'll play the cat. Seems pretty good, right? But I'm okay. They got it looked at. They said it was something, but I'm not. Varicose vein, that's a good guess. No, orchitis or something like that. It sounds fake, but it's a real thing, I think. Be a cruel joke to give me a fake thing. Yo, let's fuck with this idiot and tell him he has something. Then he's gonna see his friends and go, I have orchitis. And they're gonna go, dude, that's not a fucking thing. Fucking idiot. What a wicked game to play, you know? But I'm okay, so I'm a little bit high on life right now. Must admit. to play a song that makes me feel feels. Not that dirty. Astral slide. Yeah, no, you're braver than me, Ben. Five damage. Pretty good. There's gonna be Entomb and then put Atraxa into play. GG. Probably digging for a way to deal with the cat. I think. Cool. That's a good start. I think Morrison's actually a friend of the channel. I like him. Bug Beans, you think? I think I'll pull some of the grave stuff then. For Funny Eye Star. Cat was strong. Um, not sure. You know, my my 2 cents on the format right now is I think a lot of us really like to believe that what we think is devoid of emotion. And you know, it's like if I were to ask you to define yourself as a person, you know, it's pretty hard to do. What are, Mark? You know? So, I think to define something as a pillar of legacy or something like that is very subjective, you know? Cool. I think I'm just gonna return the wasteland here. Being as though I am the loam deck. Oh, there was a song request too. Okay, let me get them both. Garbage. Okay. That is a fast murky boy. Okay. We do not want that. Oh. This is tough. I think it's this. I think it's just gonna be force of will, and then we're in big trubs. Okay, 2 song requests. Garbage, Bleed Like Me. Is the second one I will play. The Witherbloom. Okay. They got back on a Hedge Maze. We are gonna take an Alchin. Song request now. Okay. Might be able to race that. Oh. Okay. Hmm. So it definitely means. Just wondering if it's better to play the land than it is to Mox. Kind of have to make my mind up. I think I'll hold. No, I didn't see that. That's kind of the hero we need right now, you know? Like somebody skilled enough and angry enough to play the list and do it at a high level. Like, all right, fuck it, fine, I'll do it myself, you know? That is death. Yeah, okay. Roopsall Forest, yeah. Good name for the deck. Um, I don't know, may I just run it back? I had the Haywire Might and the Cat, or in the Liberator. I don't think I really want to bring in Force of Vigor very much. Endurance is a little slow. Yeah, try it. Yeah, that's hand. What's that? On next song request. Oh, I already did that. Okay. Okay. All right. This is kind of tough, right? I think we don't want the Saga yet. And I don't know. I think I'm fine with that. 5 is significant. Hey, Yog. Yeah. Gosh, gosh, Bosh doing the Lord's work. I don't know why I said Josh. Stupid. Uh, do this. Yeah, let's hide it. All right. I mean, I got the pressure on here. This is pretty crazy. I think I got a pretty good shot. Pretty annoying though. Because of the way removal works, I think I should do this now. Gosh. Tough here. Haywire might or spear. I think it's spear, but it's very close. Because it was a second body. Hey, good to see you. Thank you. Let's cue up the song. Yeah. It's been very good. I can't say it's great or something, but it's been very good. I think I am going to convert the construct into something else. Destroy target non-creature, non-land permanent. Okay. Did we get another saga here? Another bean. Okay. Frijoles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I might yeah. 2. Convert that. I still have Dried Arbor in the deck? I think I do. Get that. Arrow. Okay. Sure. We get another Saga? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That'd be 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. Talon Gate is gone. Pretty close. Good player, too. Whew. Big win. Ugh, that was scary. Yeah, that was scary. That's why we play 4 sagas. Stupid sexy Flanders. I think maybe there was a moment that I could have bogged and prevented the Murktide. I think I'm getting a little like my studying of like, does that deck play, you know, what is that deck looking like these days is definitely off. Gotta keep it. It's not very good. Um I think the value of playing Shadow Spear might be less than keeping the Surveil land up. Hey, thanks for that request. Appreciate it. That was pretty cool. Oh. So they take endurance, assume reanimate. If they take cat, assume not reanimate. They take cat. Okay. Could be Doomsday or something. But if it was Doomsday, they definitely would have taken the endurance. I'm pretty confident of that. They have perfect information. I'll just hit 6. Cameo. We're in trouble. Gosh, I feel so far behind. Yeah. If they wasteland the mortuary, we probably just straight up lose. Went for this because I figured it was the fastest way to kill the Tameo. Mox Diamond would be okay. Yeah, it is. Oh, God, you're kidding me. All right, well, they wasted the wrong thing. At least, but yeah, we probably just straight up lose to a 1-mana Planeswalker that shouldn't have been in the format. Oh, my God. I don't have Bowmaster or anything either. Like, they actually just straight up win if they have anything here. Like, if they have Daze, Force of Will, anything. Just, yeah. And we're flooded. I'm going to respond after they draw the card. But, like, we're fucked. Is there a card that does anything here? I don't think so. They just draw their deck here. I'm going to wait to see. I'm going to let them draw their deck so I could confirm what deck this is. You think Bug Beans? I think Tameo is just such an easy hit. That's another surprise, too. You know? I think anyone would have complained about that. I guess the only out here is I play Grist. Draw Grist exactly, and they don't have any answers. It could just draw fetch land. Tameo did nothing wrong, yeah. Just want to see the deck. I know I'm dead. When your opponent draws 20 cards, you lose the game. But I do want to see it. Is it just going to be a Bowmaster here? Just play your Bowmaster, dude. Yeah, that's the only way they could get away with it. Something like an abrupt decay would have been great, but this deck doesn't have that. Black Vice, yep. I think you're right. Just Bowmaster it. I know you have it. Okay, we have that. Do you think, I mean, it's likely beans, right? Like, I haven't seen bean, but I just want to confirm it. All right, Goif, yep. If I don't see bean, I might not actually, I might sideboard differently. Of course it will. Pitch Tamio. Okay. Yeah, Goif is making me reconsider too. That would make me not keep in cards like Haywire Might and Outland Liberator, most likely. We got. I'm gonna mill 6 cards here. I'm gonna ninjutsu. Yeah. So I don't think it's gonna be beans. I think it's just bug. They choose not to. Okay. Ah. Right. I'll do a bad manner fetch. Yeah. I like those. Don't think I want the Liberator. Thoughtseize is tough. Maybe I want it. Kind of trading 1 for 1 doesn't feel great, but how bad could that be? Maybe the Moxes. Gonna slow me down a lot. It's tough. Maybe not a bad choice. Yeah, I think you're right. It's definitely going to be very draw go for me. Like endurance. It's just really the Moxes, you know? Like Moxes give you a lot of speed. Could just maybe see a really light thing. Try this. Stuff endurance isn't bad, but oh gosh, I definitely do want the needle though. Oh boy, I'm panicking. Um, we do like Thoughtseize. I just don't know if we like it more than other thing. Look, I kind of panicked. Uh, yeah, it was like, what is better kind of thing. All right, we got to keep this pretty rough. There was like a lot of options, you know. It's like, do I want the Moxes? Do I want the Thoughtseizes? Uh, with a hand like this, I think I would have been happier with the Moxes or with the Thoughtseizes, but we'll see. I went the 6, they went the 6, so maybe it's not going to be so bad. Their mana is greedy, so I kind of feel like I have a better shot this game too. But game 3, I'm going to have to think pretty hard. Yeah, I really just lost to Tamio, you know? It's just kind of some bullshit, in my opinion. I don't know why that card's still legal. Crazy. Complaining about bans is not smart, though. It doesn't do anyone any good, I don't think. So push or surveil here. Like neither. What? That's a really weird fetch. Why would you fetch and then get a basic? I don't understand that. Was that just a mistake? I don't think there's any reason to do that, right? Thin your deck or something, but you're a brainstorm deck. But yeah, then you wouldn't want to thin your deck though if you were on a one lander, right? Oops. Baba, yeah. Kind of thinking of, I think the right thing to do is wrist. Best draw is probably like a waste or something. This is game 2. You know what though? They probably have like a force of will or something. I think I should just make constructs here, huh? Yeah, I think so too. They're surgical. So I think that means they accept the game loss here. They want to see my deck. Yeah, I think so too. It's like, so they have force of will or something, you know. It's always, it feels weird taking that turn off just to keep cards in hand. Okay. So I don't think it's a Daze deck. I'm kind of thinking about the Thought Seizes on the draw. And then taking out the Moxes, maybe. And then Loam is really good. I don't like having just 2 Saga targets, though. Kind of thinking maybe I take the Bog out. And then run something like Ghost Vacuum, maybe? It's either Ghost Vacuum or Soul Guide. Or I could just try like a one-of Mox or something. I don't think I really want the Bog. Try that. All right. Good curve here. They have they mulled a 6. They thought sees me. Okay. So now I wonder if I thought seize them or if I go ignoble and accept my Bowmaster fate. They take my Thoughtseize. Okay. So I think it's gonna be drive directly into that. I don't want to fetch a basic. I know they don't know about the Taiga, but I think you play the Taiga here. This is Bowmaster. Right? Here it is. Bowmaster. Um we'll go Bayou. Black, green, the thing. Vince, where you buy the pianos? Yeah. I said at the beginning of this stream too, I just feel like the decisions are not being made by the people who are grinding the format. They're people who understand the concept of legacy. Like they get how these cards work and that kind of thing. I think at one point they may have been darn good at the game, perhaps. You know, I can't tell you yes or no on that. But my feeling is they're not getting the reps in currently. Okay, so I think we just fetch now, even though it looks funny. And we attack. And we will turn Arbor into Saga, I think. I'll let it go, I think. So they're gonna kill. Yep. Saga. Reclaimer seems okay, I guess. Play another bow. Oh. I think we'll get the ghost vacuum. Play another saga. Play this. Something like a, if I could fade like something like a pernicious deed, I think I'm in okay shape. Brazen. Yeah, they just play a 3-1. Okay, why? That seems really weird. What? I figured they would have bounced the construct, right? Very strange. I'll be honest, I can't think of a reason why they would do that at all. Cool. Guess so, but it still just doesn't add up to me. Like bounce the construct, you know? Almost like they clicked the wrong button or something. Huh? Okay. Okay. Not everyone wants to win. That's true. Yeah, that's true. We're all playing for different reasons. Kind of strange. Okay, there it is. I think I did too, but I felt like the saga was, or sorry, the loam was safer. I don't know why. I probably could have put a little more thought into it. I don't know why. I was just like, just put more cards in your hand, but also keep up mana for Reb on their turn. Jundin, yeah. Times we Jund. I have to take a week off from lifting. Normally at this time I'd be at the gym. Instead of being a nerd. Yeah. I like this hand. That's the thing about Saga. It kind of makes you like keep hands that you might not otherwise keep because it's like a modal card, you know? They play Saga. They play Pedal. Lady. Going. I think Oof is in the main deck. Pretty sure. Yes, it is. Good job, Mark. One ancient tomb and you lose the game. I think I should have got a Bayou. Or Badland, rather. So I'm going to take 5 to 6 here. I saw the manifold key, so I just assume I would lose to the One Ring. Ooh, they hit the loam. I'm taking 6. We still have a pretty good shot here, though. That makes it worse. I think I just want to make blockers now. The Haywire might play this. I feel like I'm swift enough to get around this. We'll see. Yeah. Defense grids are up. Get another saga. I take 6 or 8 or something. Some number. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. So we'll play this. Yeah. 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Get the Taiga. I still have like things like Talongate and that kind of stuff. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can get one more damage in, but it's definitely not worth it. All right. There we go. That's awesome, Ben. Okay, so don't want this. Probably not that. Endurance kind of slow. I don't love Keen-Eyed. Don't want Bog. Reclaimer. Moloch. Probably Righty is too cute, even though I really like it. Probably Moloch, right? Chances of that killing a construct are pretty unlikely. Astral Slide is pretty old school, huh? This looks pretty good. Killing a crayon. That's how you pronounce it. I think I'm supposed to just waste. Hey, Dejin, thank you. Appreciate that. Saga, yep. I don't know, fuck it. Uh-oh. I think black is more relevant, so we'll leave with that. Next turn, probably, if I don't draw a Wasteland, is just get oof, play Saga, pray. Or this is One Ring. No, it's Karn. Okay. Saga plus Oof gamer, yeah. It's the kind of gamer we are. Now, if I drew Pithing Needle, that'd be interesting. Tormod's Crypt. Okay. They're going, don't waste me, bro. And I'm going, I can relate. And I'm going, I'm flooding. Gotta be that. Two, 3 mana. Yeah. 4 mana. Uh-oh. Yeah, we're probably dead. Hey, swear holes. Thank you. Get a Lotus Petal. Play it. It is not the droid that I was looking for. I'll attack Karn for 1. Yeah. Pretty good, I think. Let it die. I was surprised about that. We have a million billion mana. They play the One Ring or something. 6 mana. 7 mana. Alright. Neat. Gain 3 life, draw a card. Okay. I think we just do this, but we're so screwed. That's true. I like Eugene. Okay. Interesting. The Eye of Eugene. All right, we killed it. Okay. Did we do this? Huh. Uh, to try to get more mana to hard cast the Vigor. I guess it doesn't matter though. I have a Haywire Mite in the deck. Not that I think that's going to save me. They play a Karn. Okay. Yeah, I agree. I was kind of thinking just keep making the constructs, you know? I'm gonna get to kill the Karn at least here. One, two. So I think instead of getting Haywire Mite, we get Mox Diamond. We pitch one of the fetches. We play another one of these. We attack Karn for 18. And then now I wonder if I just hardcast Force of Vigor now, and do I hit the Mystic Forge? Like, how scary is Saga here? They're gonna make a construct. I could just Talon Gate it. I don't think I care. Yeah. Well, you probably get another key. Yep. Okay. Wow, do I win the game? I think I do. Right? Yeah, I blank one of the things and it's such a funny song to be playing right now. This is Girl Joy. Did not think I'd win. Yeah. Wow. Cool. You played yourself. Congratulations. Yeah. Cool. That's fun. Got him. Right. And play. We're gonna do marbles. Marbles is a game that is completely random unless your name is Mott's, then you lose no matter what. For everybody else, it's completely random. If you would like to play, hit exclamation point play in chat. The winner will receive a code for 120 play points. It makes my life easier if you message me, but if you can, I'll message you. I'm getting faster. Less boomer APM here. But it's a random game. It reminds me of being a kid again, I guess. These marbles will drop and will shoot you into that bullseye thing. I'll be right back and get this going. Cool. I'll be back in probably about a minute. Exclamation point play in chat if you want to play marbles. Exclamation point play in chat if you want to play marbles. I'll get started when the chorus goes, which is really soon. All right. It is Striller. Here we go. Gonna get started. I kind of want you to win at some point, man. You know, it's definitely been a long-standing joke, though. We got Maverick Joe takes a lead here with the Noble Hierarch. I appreciate that. That's an easy one for me to root for there. Maverick player, friend of mine. Maverick Joe. Oh, shit. I think you might have been a little late. I'm sorry. Could have been more patient. My bad. It's like Moses is in second, if I had to guess. Kind of hard to say. Bookish Matt. Doing well. Yeah, Moses in second. Maverick Joe. You gotta be kidding me. Wait, I don't know. It's who gets closest to the dot. So right now, Mush has The closest. Now it's ornament. Ornament. I'm sorry, Trezev. Trezev. Ornament. Yeah. I guess it was like who's closest to the middle. And yeah, that's really close. It was a weird one. And Mott's, oh, third. Okay, that's really good. Rigged. That was a weird one. I figured it was who was like the fastest. Hey, Matt. Let's see. Ornament. I'm gonna try to message you if you didn't message me already. I don't think you've won one of these yet. Doesn't look like it. Are you able to send me a message by any chance, Ornament? If not, I could figure out how to message you. Sorry, just a sec. Yeah, okay. There it is. Okay. R-N-A-M-A-N-T. Took me a second to find the email. ORNAMENT __. Let me know if you get this. You did. Okay, yeah. You see that. Hey, you said hey, I said yo. Okay. I'm going to send you the code. And let me know if you get it. Should be there for you, though. I just messaged you, Ornament. Got it. Thank you. Awesome. Wonderful. If you have any problems redeeming, let me know. That should be pretty seamless for Mott's. I'm going to queue up your song, Matt. Bam. Oh, that's a good one. It's like the most 90s song ever. That's brutal. Yeah, I didn't pick at random for it. It feels like it's a game that they kind of update once in a while. If I give them money, then they'll like let me design marbles and stuff like that. Gotta find some way to monetize that game. Always think of Grand Theft Auto when I hear the song. So far in this league, Collector, Oof, and Saga have been pretty big. Pretty good. Gosh, what else has been good? The cat was pretty good, especially like off Mox Diamond. Wasteland, White. Yeah. I beat gosh. Bug, Beans, Bug, and Mystic Forge. And I do not have a single removal spell except Grist, Mawlock, and 4 copies of Pyroblast, which are occasionally removal spells. And I guess you could call Haywire Might a removal spell. That would be cool. I bet you there probably is. I know a lot of other streamers have marbles, and I would assume it's connected through Twitch. There are these, like, scores I see at the end of it. I just have no idea what they mean. Wow. It's crazy, man. Mots. Like, in that deck or just in general? Because, like, I could see why, like, I guess Reanimate, you know, like, making an Atraxa is, you know, plowing it, they still netted, like, anywhere from 3 to 5 cards. In general is a bold statement, but I respect you for being so bold. Damn. Okay. It was pretty hard. I mean, I think it's going to start with this pitch to Surveil. Then the next option is Cat or Oof, and I think it's probably Oof, and it just kind of sucks. Am I doing it off the Talon Gate, or am I doing it off the Fetch? And I think it's off the Fetch because I'm going to turn off that anyway. But then I don't know what land to get yet. Do I need a... Alright, we're getting a Bayou. Okay, well, I made the right choice, I believe. I think I should have attacked first and then faded. No, because then Collect Roof would have been inactive on their turn. That would have been bad. Okay. They force a will, pitch Thoughtcast. And now next turn I could Greed Sun Zenith for 2. I don't know what I would get though. Probably white. I could Mawlock the Emery, but I don't know how big of a deal Emery is. Keen-Eye's another option. Think it's ball in time? Okay. I mean, it's probably the safest move. Like, you got to think eventually this Emery matters. Thinking pretty deep about it. Because, like, the cat is pretty good damage, too. Mm. No, not the droid I was looking for. Um, Probably the surveil here. I don't think the clock speeds up if I get Arbor. I don't have it, so we're getting the Arbor. Keep the land in hand for something like a Righty top deck. Yeah, Singer does need Ugg. Cool. So these... Okay. I think that can go. Bog can go. Then after that is pretty tough. Maybe the Endurance. Maybe Rydia is just too cute. Or just cute enough. Oof, I did it again. Glad you're crushing it with Astral Slide, Ben. Grist. Maybe Keen-Eyed. Like, Thoughtseize on the draw is probably okay. It's tough because Mox Diamond is like... It's hurt by my oof. But it's also... It's Mox Diamond. Yeah, it is 8 cast. Perhaps I made a mistake. So we'll go Taiga into Blast. Destroy the permanent that is blue. They will force a will. They pitch Emery. Okay. We'll net a bobble or a pedal. Wow. Okay. Kind of surprised they opted for the pedal. They must have something expensive in their hand. Stonk up. Estral here is probably another red land, I guess. That's good too, huh? Pitch, Talon Gate, Play Saga? With that? Oh, that's a good draw too. Just go with the constructs here. Counter the blue spell. And then now I have a pretty good clock here. I think I have Haywire Might and Needle as options. Why they're opting for the Hull Breacher is pretty sus to me. Because I don't draw cards, so I think they might have something. I guess not. All right. Cool. Good start. Yeah. I think in that moment for sure. But Hull Breacher like game 2 against me is like they better be doing something with it because it won't like stop a brainstorm or you know. I could theoretically have Sylvan Library or Righty. Riz, yo, long time no see. Hope you're doing well. It's winter in the scary Australia land. Busy is usually good. Busy's usually good. Yeah, life's okay. I had a medical issue, but I'm alright. Probably one of those less is more. I don't think you want me to talk about it, but I'm alright. That's the big thing. It was a weird match because I have no idea what they were playing. Yeah, it's kind of like a cast. 6 degrees Celsius, like 42 F. Yeah. So the formula is you take Celsius and then you multiply it by 1.8. So 6 times 1.8. Then you add 32 to that. And that's how you convert. What a nerd. Nerd. Yes. Righty is okay. That was a formula that I figured out by knowing that 0 degrees Celsius was freezing and boiling was 100. So I was able to derive that by knowing that 32 in Fahrenheit is freezing and 212 is boiling. And then I did some arithmetic and thought about it deeply. I remember figuring that out on a plane. I think I was either on my way to Tokyo or I was on my way to Ireland. I'm sure that many people thought of that. But that was like one of those, like, how do I convert that? And I like thought deeply about it, like knowing those two and solved for it. And I've remembered it ever since. Multiply by 3 and say close enough. Yeah. I wonder though if you get like into the negative temperatures, that probably won't work for you. So if this player was on oops 100%, this would be a keep. So I am gonna check. If it just says like oops, 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 oops. The Seed Storm, Dredge, Esper Dolores, Esper Tinker, but nothing about Legacy. These are all vintage decks. So I will mull. 9/5. Yeah, 9/5 is the same thing, right? Keep. One of these? Yeah. 1.8 just always kind of. But I remember thinking deeply about it. Like, that was one of those ones of like, all right, I went to college. I should be able to solve this, you know? Your mom goes to college. Be cool if they took the mocks, I guess. Got him. Oh. Yeah, just die, please. I don't know. Fuck it. A planes. Neat. Okay. Of course. Okay. So they pitch Tamio. So this is Esper. They convert cycle. Oh wow, they march. Okay. Then they waste. Holy shit. Okay. Brutal. All right. They waste my waste. It's actually pretty brutal. Pretty happy with my line so far. Okay. I have a Soul Guide Lantern to get. Oh, they hit a land. Oh, jeez. All right. I have a Haywire Might. The Shadow Spear is in hand. They could have another March. My read is this is probably a Bowmaster. They cannot get a basic, though. Or they can, but they can't get a blue and a basic, is what I mean to say. All right. I think best top deck here might be a land that is any old land, really. Even like a bad one. Okay, well, not the land that I wanted. Can't get the diamond, or ought not to get the diamond is the correct thing to say. Actually messed up. Should have played that first. Whoops. That's actually a big mistake. Damn. All right, whatever. They force it. Okay, they force pitch days. This is such a silly game. I guess it didn't matter. I have lethal. Hey, Surfer Blood, good to see you. Silly game. Okay, Esper control. Head Tamio. Not running into him, you don't think? Okay. So I think we just go 4 rebs. We cool out. Just waking up in the morning. Gotta thank God. I don't know, but today seems kind of odd. No barking from the dog. No smog. And Mama cooked the breakfast with no hog? Got my grub on. But didn't pig out. Next line's inappropriate. Just Righty. So, very cool synergy with Saga. Has not come up this league, unfortunately. But, you know, pretty cool. Thinking, will I live another 24? Ooh. Think I'm dumb enough to keep it? It is 1 mana shy of being very, very good. Just draw Wasteland. Just draw lands, dude. Ugh. Okay. Really bad, actually. Pretty greedy, too. Boy, was that greedy. Alright. Probably shouldn't have kept. Could just draw land every for like 2 turns in a row. That'd be sweet. Uh-oh. Thoughtseize. Okay, cool. So Light from the Loam might be my best top deck then. Be up there. Another fetch would be great. They take the Moloch. Okay. Land. Ugh. Okay. Not good. $628. Wow. Pitch Borrower. Okay. So they probably don't have Plow, or they want to plow the Ignoble. Pretty greedy keep. I think every turn is about a 50% chance to draw a land. Why would you wait? That waste them? Oh gosh. That'd have been funny. If they didn't have both, if both lands were not blue. Now Loam is like definitely my best top deck. Okay. I don't know what this is. So it's gonna be a Mystic deck? What that looks like to me. Every turn, pretty much want to draw loam. Reason, sure. Bouncing the Mox might have been better. Jeez. Okay. Pretty rough. Yeah, I'm with that. I hate that card so much. 2 cards in hand. One of them is a land. The other one is a land. Reason? Yeah, I think it was pretty apparent that something should have been done. Now I don't know what I want to draw. Loam would still be good. Outland Liberator would be nice. I mean, something like a Supreme Verdict is lights out here, so could be it. Doesn't look like it though. Okay. Cool. Six, 8. I think I'll hang back. Okay. I guess. Well. Pretty nervous. What could they have? All right. Bam. Solve the format. There it is. Yeah. Format solved. Too easy. Yeah. You kidding me? I get no respect. Yeah, yeah, 5-0. Yeah. A trophy. Oh. Pretty happy about that. All right, let's do a recap. Righty did not do much. Saga was great. Um, Mox was good. Loam was good. Black Roof was really good. Cat was good. Cat good. Um, yeah, just don't get paired against Oops All spells and, you know. Yes, all those things. We were all those things, bots. Uh, I think Saga is really, really good. You know, that as well. You know, I have a friend named Gene. I've been wanting to call him Big Peen Gene, but we're not on that level for me to hit him with that. I think he would, he wouldn't like be not cool with me, but I just don't think he'd be like, he'd just kind of be like, that's uncomfortable. Big Peen Gene. Okay. Saga was good. Big Peen Gene was alright. Loam was good. Yeah, I don't know. It's really good for a version 1.0, more or less. I mean, it's kind of very similar to the Naya version, so it's kind of hard to call this a 1.0, but it sort of is. Yeah. Like Blood Moon, because I play Mox Diamond. And Saga. Oh, I was supposed to get a song request. Whoops. I do like that Metallica song, but I never did oblige. All right. If you want to do something like this, I don't really have any major thoughts. Maybe random map excavator over Rydia. Maybe keep trying Rydia. Maybe it's better than I give it credit for. Rydia without Punfire maybe takes a little bit of a hit. Could also try to turn this into a more Saga list in the form of cards like Fable and push the Rydia synergy more. Not too sure how to fit it. Worked very well today. 27 lands is like kind of the sweet spot, and I didn't feel like I was reaching to hit 27. Like you've seen me do this 1,000 times, but I think there's 14 turn 1 green lands, right? And I usually like 15, but Mox Diamond, I think you can get away with like one less. So 15, 14 Mox Diamond increases those chances. And then after that, like, playing an Arbor, fine. Badland, fine. Talongate, fine. A Surveil, sure. And then 4 Saga, 4 Wasteland Bog. It's just, it felt clean that way, Would I be happier had I played a larger suite package? Like, less fetch lands and more like, Barbarian Ring and Seiju and that kind of stuff. I think it would have been more fun, but like, the games don't last as long, especially if you're playing 4-cat. Where I think you just want a dirtle. I think Loam is just like a nice top deck. You use it once or twice. I don't think you're trying to Loam every turn, So I could see exchanging Loam for an Excavator, maybe. But I don't know, Could be. Just drop 600 some dollars times 4 and you get your Mox Diamonds. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of, 3 mana is like good because you could Greed Sun for it. But at the same time, like, you probably are happier seeing Loam because it's turn 2, Yeah. That's one that I should have picked up a long time ago. I'm sure many people who've been playing for a while feel that way about Mox Diamond. I feel like my old school mindset, though, is like always been against Mox Diamond because it's like Why would I play card disadvantage when I could just play a mana dork? Mm-hmm. Why spend 2 cards when I could spend 1 card and get the same effect? And then it goes, yeah, but what about the tempo when people are playing unfair bullshit? And you're like, yeah, no, that's a good point there. Hypothetical individual trying to provide counter logic to my simple claim that mana dorks are not negative card advantage. That too. Yeah, playing your 2-drop on turn 1. But see, like, that doesn't matter if people are playing fair that much, you know? Like, your turn 2, like, oof on turn 1 is, like, fucking crazy good against certain decks, you know? But, like, if people are just playing fair, then, you know, losing a game piece for acceleration might hurt you. I know no one's playing fair. I hate it. I hate it so much. Kick them in the mouth. Counterpoint. You can have it sit in your hand because you don't have lands. Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's definitely higher ceiling, lower floor. The thing is, I guess, that, like, you could be a dipshit like me and keep hands that you shouldn't, and you have this Mox Diamond in your hand. And I think that's another thing, too, about the lone players. And I think this is one of those things, had I been playing with, like, a co-stream with, like, somebody like Mott's or Connor, you know, Lomer Boy or Ben or something like that, they probably would be like, you need a mull. And I'm like, are you sure? Like, if I just draw 1 land, and, like, I got fucking lucky, you know, that my opponent's hand was worse than mine, but I think I did have some sus keeps. That's interesting. You Mox first, they daze it, and they go, got him. And you go, like, I had 2 lands in my hand. This doesn't matter. That's pretty sweet. 60% of the time, it works every time. Right. I got a good raid. So my buddy is playing Loam. Playing Astral Side in Loam. So sending you off to a good place. Rizza, good seeing you. Mots. Definitely appreciate it. Fox. Abkanal, good seeing you. Yeah. Thank you all for stopping by. See the ACCKO. Yeah, yeah. No, it's great. I'm happy you're doing well. I like your company too, but I just definitely, you know, one of those, like, I hadn't seen you in a while, and I was like, hope that's a good sign. Hope that's like I'm busy and doing other shit instead of being a nerd in front of my PC or phone or whatever. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but yeah. Thank you. I have a friend, Northern Angel, a buddy of mine, who I have not seen in, like, maybe a year or two. And I think he was, like, in a rough spot, and he was, like, consistently there most of my streams, and he disappeared. And I'm like, I just hope he's okay. I hope he's eating well, you know? That's just, you know, it's cool seeing him. You feel caught out. One day you'll win marble. Never, never. I have it rigged, all right? It is rigged. All right. Rated my buddy here. Yeah, either way, I'd say anybody watching this stream, I just, you know, I really like people. Definitely hope, you know, the community is really important to me. So Magic will be here if you're busy. All you have to do, you know, you only have time to watch it once in a while. It'll be there when you're back, whenever you get time for it. Once Hoops is banned, Mott's will win 5 in a row. Yeah, hey, thanks and congrats. Good luck with those points. Hope you dodge your bad matchups, GL and HF. And if you want to watch more Legacy, we got Astral Loam.